Here is how I make $1,000 per month just with YouTube affiliate marketing. The truth is, a single viral affiliate video could mean the difference between making your first $100, $1,000, or even $100,000 per month, or going completely broke and living at your mom's house in your 30s. But how do we actually get there? And what do the top YouTubers and top affiliates know that we don't? Well, to find out, I spent the last 5 years learning from the top YouTubers, affiliate marketers, and buying lots of guru courses in my life and tested out what really worked for me and what didn't. The crazy part was I made most of my affiliate money within the last 12 months, all with a dying YouTube channel that is not getting as many views as I used to. After 200 pages of notes later, I realized the best strategy for beginners who don't want to be a ClickFunnels guru follows these 7 steps. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through all of them in this full free guide / course. And guess what? I'm not going to sell you anything, no guru course required and all that. So let's get started. How I make $1,000 per month with YouTube affiliate marketing with crazy low views. So believe it or not, this is one of the most requested topics. I've actually been requested it from the people in my mastermind and also people I met through Part-Time YouTuber Academy. And this is something I've kind of fell into that I found that I was okay at. Definitely not the best in the world. Got a lot to learn, but I want to just drop all the knowledge with you. So let's begin. My promise is that I will teach you how to make $1,000 per month with YouTube affiliate marketing. But if you think about it, this is just like teaching you how to be a black belt in one day for jiu-jitsu. Probably not going to happen. So the goal is you should be able to make your first $100 with YouTube affiliate marketing. And if you're like, Kevin, I want to make $1,000 per month just like you, and I'm probably going to make more very, very soon, just realize you're a beginner. You can't rush outcomes sometimes. And don't be impatient. Just learn the process and even try new things. My process might not be the best. You might do things differently. And if you do, drop them in the comments too. I love to learn myself. But if you're a beginner, you probably have no skills, no audience, no experience, which is 100% okay. But when I'm learning anything new, like a new skill or anything like that, I'm trying to get proof of concept, like basically knowing this actually works. And once you know the steps, you can just keep on repeating it, and making $1,000 per month gets really easy. But if you're watching this video, respect to you, you're probably choosing to watch this long form, low dopamine full guide instead of the clickbait short form videos. There's like brain rot these days. I hate it because 99% of the people are watching cheap dopamine content that kills their brain, like Mr. Beast and Reels and TikTok and all that. But if you can stay focused for the whole video, then you have a top 1% attention span and you'll get ahead of 99% of people because half of them are brain rotting on TikTok. So why should you even listen to me? If you don't know me, I actually used to be a burnt out pharmacist. I was making no dollars online. And then I became a YouTuber making passive income with YouTube with affiliate marketing, client work, high ticket sales, all that sort of stuff too. And so I find this as a big accomplishment because I never thought I would make my first $100 online. Like, dude, it took me 3 years to do it, which I'll talk about later. And if you don't believe me, this is some of my passive income that I made from May 26, 24. I think I'm shooting this in July, so it's a bit late. But like I made some money on Google. I made some money on Go High Level affiliate, Readwise affiliates, and a bunch of other things. Ali Abdal is my client. He pays me on subscription too. So keep in mind, most of my money is made through affiliates and my affiliate revenue can fluctuate. I'll show you some of the fluctuations later, but sometimes they do like $100, other times they do 1,000 plus, and you'll see that all later. By the way, if you are watching this and you're like, oh my God, Kevin, you took my money through affiliate marketing. I just want to say if you've ever bought any of my products from this channel, or if you bought it through my affiliate link, just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. I cannot live this lifestyle without you guys. And so you guys are my customers, and that's why I want to give back with these free courses, because as I learn stuff, I want to elevate the people around me, and that includes my YouTube audience. So thank you, mother people. A few caveats about this video. This does not reflect my revenue every single month. Like I mentioned, some dip. I've had months where I did 0, and that's okay. This includes my client retainers from what you saw. So people pay me subscription services to retain my services, like Ali pays me for high ticket sales advisory and help optimize his offer. And the most important thing is This is all clean energy. Like in the past, I promoted like, I don't want to say unethical things, but kind of like shady business people in the past that were really legit to me at the time, but I was a novice. Like for example, I promoted Dan Lok's high ticket closer program, which honestly was a game changer for me. But I know like as he was increasing the prices and as I got to high ticket closing, I didn't use any of his stuff. So something big for me after those moments was just like, it needs to be clean energy, very ethical, aligned to my values, and no ClickFunnels guru scamming. And this is why I talk about this all the time. And guess what? I have nothing to sell you right now. So this is like, I have a mission to create the best online school in the world. And so today I'm going to show you the system that allowed me the energy and space to just make this passive income. If this changes your life, comment below too. It'll help the algo gods and send it to someone that you need. Okay, let's begin. So why should we even care about YouTube affiliate marketing? You know, when I first started affiliate marketing, there were so many ways to do it. Back in the day, you go on these like websites like Forbes.com and then you'd see like these like, oh, this one weird trick. And you're like, oh, what is this? And you click on it and it's an offer and then people would buy. And there would be these companies like Taboola, I think one of them was Outbrain, Rev Content, like all these other things. Or you might see a Facebook ad and they're all to offers. And what you're pretty much doing is selling these offers and getting a piece of it. So that's kind of what affiliate marketing is. We'll talk more about it later, but when I first did it, that's how I first found out about it. But the problem was that you had to pay a lot of money for it. People were spending anywhere from $100 to $1,000 and even more per day, not even per month, per day. In my opinion, YouTube affiliate marketing is one of the best ways to get started because it costs almost virtually nothing for you. It is probably really competitive too, but there's nothing to lose and you can learn the process of how someone buys in the market without spending any money. And it's usually the most passive because here's the thing, with all these traditional ways of like paid ads and all that, it's not saying it's bad, right? Like you get a lot of momentum with paid ads, but the thing with paid ads, once you stop paying, they stop working pretty much, right? And so with affiliate marketing through organic stuff, like back in the day, it used to be like SEO, where you optimize a website for search traffic and you get your traffic this way. But now with YouTube being the next search engine, it's one of the best ways to like just try out affiliate marketing and make it work for you. I want to share a quick story. I got this idea of like digital real estate. It wasn't the first time that I heard about this idea, but I was actually at Vanessa Lau's Creator Supercharged Mastermind before she shut it down. And she was talking about her high ticket sales launch for her mastermind, by the way. This has to do with affiliate marketing, but it's really interesting. The thing I love about Vanessa and a lot of the people that will say about Vanessa is like, they love how openly she shares her numbers. She showed her graphs, right? I blurred out her revenue, but what I want you to notice like 5 different things, right? One, her views went up just from this video. And by the way, this video that I'm talking about was her promoting her services, her 20 to 30K mastermind, right? So she pretty much, instead of doing a typical webinar or some sort of promotion that you normally have to pay for, she put it on YouTube. And what was interesting was like, okay, her views went up, right? More than usual. If you see the gray bar and stuff like that, that's like average performance, but this video performed better than other videos. Okay. She gained subscribers too, right? I'm like, what the heck? And then she also made revenue. Let's call it 4 figs, by the way. So she got paid to promote, which is crazy. And then in addition to that, the algo gods were pushing her video out because like I said, her that gray part like in the graph, that's average performance. The blue line is this performance, so it did way better. And the crazy part is like, it still continues to get views later. When I got the screenshot, she was at 96K. Just a year later, she's at almost 222K views. Ridiculous. So she got 100K more views just from this video, right? Which means she probably made double the money and all that too from this video too, right? And so I want to ask you, in what crazy world can you promote your services and get paid AdSense, get continued organic exposure, gain new subscribers, all with the chance to go viral for freaking free, right? Well, maybe not necessarily free, but more accurately, like for me, it cost me probably like anywhere from $100 to $200 just to produce a video, but more accurately, less than $200 just to produce one video. But you're like, oh, Kevin, I don't have like a high ticket sales offer or product and stuff. And this is where affiliate marketing comes into play, where we don't need to create a product sometimes. If you're like me, like my human design is a projector, right? So I don't have all the energy in the world. If you don't know what that is, it's okay. But for my woo-woo people who are into business and they know human design, I don't have all the energy in the world. And so something that really aligns with me is like, hey, I buy products all the time. I love researching things. I love like reading things and testing them out. Why not look at other people's products too? And obviously I create my own products eventually too. But this is a great way to get started because, and if you're just like, wait, what the heck is affiliate marketing? It's like, so I had ChatGPT break this down at 5th grade level in one sentence. But affiliate marketing is when you tell people about a product, and if they buy it using your special link, then you get some money. Very simple. You get a percentage of that. And so the TLDR is you can sell other people's products and just get a cut from it. The cool part is by finding really cool products that we love and actually use ourselves, we can leverage those people's assets, their products, their customer support, their fulfillment, their packing, if it's a physical item, and their marketing in our favor. So I'm going to teach you how to do it with clean energy. And so one of the major things that I know a lot of my friends in their 30s want to do is get into real estate. So I got a quick story for you. I was actually at a real estate investor event called Sub2 by Pace Morby. He actually used to be my client in the past when I was first learning high ticket sales. And this was in Las Vegas. I met these cool friends from this event, Tani and my friend Dennis. But at this event, what was really interesting was that these people, they were learning how to do subject to deals, seller finance deals, different ways to like raise capital or structure a deal. And some of them were taking out like loans and stuff from the bank just to get some cash flow and get their feet wet in the market, right? As I was at this event, I was like, here I am. I'm barely taking any risk and I'm making the same amount of cash flow as they are, like almost 100%. Now, it's not apples to apples. Like obviously with real estate, it could be a lot more stable versus like affiliate marketing. Someone could shut down their business tomorrow or an offer could go dead or they decide that they don't want to do an affiliate like program anymore. And so those are things at play, but it's just a different way of thinking. And so what I was thinking like at this event is like, oh, we can do the same thing of generating cash flow with digital assets like our videos, and we can get a cut, meaning we can generate cash flow on this for really low acquisition costs or very low operation costs. And so one of the things I was talking about with the people at this event was like, dude, I kind of do something like very similar in terms of like making videos online and getting paid for them. So this is a great example. It's a short form app. You might have seen this. You actually might have followed my channel because of this. But this is a great app that I actually reviewed. It's a summary app. And they do really, really high quality book summary apps. I've used a lot of them, but this one was a really great one at the time, and I still use it to this day. And basically what I did was I did a full review on it. The vibe was like if my best friend were to buy this, what is everything I would want them to know? And so what you can do is sell other people's products and just get a cut. And so what I did was I left a link in the description. If you can't see the red box, that's the first line item. That's an affiliate link. And then in the pinned comments, I have like an affiliate link too, right? And so I realized that I was like making money, right? I'll show you how much in a second. But some of the people at this event, the Sub2 event, were bending over backwards, taking out loans, trying to structure these really complicated deals just for a few $100s worth of cash flow, like 500. Sometimes they were breaking even on it. But my thing was like, what if we could do the same thing with videos? And I'm not saying like YouTube is better than real estate. I just hope that it will open your eyes to the opportunity that's out there. And so basically how this whole thing happened was like, October 2021, Shortform reached out to me. They found me through Ali Abdal's. Like they actually offered me a lifetime affiliate deal, which was new for me. I never did it in the past. But I realized this was something that is very, very common with like SaaS companies and all that. We'll talk about more of that later, about like what offers you should choose. So I shot a review video in April 2022. And the video bombed, by the way. I even lost a subscriber here, dude. It's so bad. It didn't do well at all. And this sucked because I spent a lot of time reviewing this video, scripting it, editing it, planning this video. But 6 months later, it started taking off and I started making way more money on it. Not only on the AdSense, but grew me subscribers, grew me revenue. And this is kind of like, I started making anywhere from $100 and $1,000 per month. By the way, like, I want you to notice a few things. Like, all the numbers kind of fluctuate. We had an attribution thing. So like sometimes, apparently they're calculating some of the commissions wrong. That's why you see a minus sign over there for one of the things. But you know, I make $100,000 per month just from this one video. And keep in mind, I had some months where I had $0 too. And that is completely okay. But the more assets you create, the more stable your income goes too. And so I learned some lessons here too. Like, the lessons I learned is like, hey, don't panic if a video doesn't take off immediately. Videos tend to blow up after 6 months or even 2 years later, just like SEO. It's very similar. And what I was going for was the search volume here, right? And a lot of people from this video weren't even subscribed, but they were like, there was search intent. People were looking into buying something, and it was a complex decision enough where they needed a review, right? Like, no one needs a review on this, like, I don't know, the spoon. No one really cares about that because it's so cheap and it's such a basic item. But the third lesson I learned is like, we gotta trust that the algo gods will find your audience with time too. So yeah. Okay, so when I talk to people who want to do YouTube, they think we need to create content over and over and over again for the rest of my life, but you don't. This is a one and done thing. I mean, there are a few exceptions. Like, if you want to keep your AdSense, sure, that makes sense and all that. But with this, you don't need to keep creating content. You can do it one and done. And I've been doing it with other videos too. I reviewed this like Go High Level video, which I put in an insane amount of time. Like, this is hard work, guys. It's not like the easiest thing in the world sometimes, but this requires a lot of research time. This requires a lot of shooting time. My editor, my thumbnail editors, I have a whole team for this. And you don't need to go balls to a wall with this, but like, my point is like, it's still work, but it's like an asset that keeps on growing, right? That you don't need to worry about. The crazy part is like, you don't need to go viral to make money either, right? Like, I only have 700 views on this video, right? Like, the other day I just got $200, right? And I have lifetime recurring commissions too, meaning like, as long as these people keep on buying. And for this, Go High Level, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a business software that people use, all-in-one business software. It does email marketing, courses, all that sort of stuff. And most people are going to keep it for life because it is an amazing product. And that's one of the bases. It has to be a really great product, otherwise it won't take off. So if you set up a video with the right offer, one video can make $1,000, $2,000 per month. I know some people on Go High Level, they make over 100K per month just through their affiliates. So I'm a baby affiliate because I just started this. And if I was smart, I would have done it a long time ago. But hey, I only had enough energy for one thing, so that was that. What the interesting part is, like, once you have your offer, right, you can start making AdSense with it. Once you're a YouTube partner, you can start getting brand deals, affiliates, and back-end offers. You can combo these together. So this is another affiliate video I did through Alliance Virtual Offices, and I made some money off a brand deal, and I made money through lifetime affiliates for the people that bought. And this was really great because now, you know, like, if a company is running ads, right, most likely this video will pop up in the search engine. People will look for it. So it makes their ads more effective. I can license this video to them and they can cut it up into ads if they want to make it even more effective. Pretty much zero acquisition cost for that company. I'm just leveraging not only my audience, but like leveraging my experience doing marketing, just helping everyone. It helps the consumer because they get clarity on if this is worth it for them or not. If they buy it, then I make money because, and I know that like for me, because I buy all my products, I know it's a great product. And the third thing is the company benefits because they make more revenue, right? And so I like to think of YouTube as digital real estate. Each piece of content can create conversations, connections, conversions, all without the 100K down payment too. This was actually really new, but your videos can be used to build strategic relationships too with these companies and brands and stuff. And this is a company that reached out to me because I did a review video on them. They said I had one of the best review videos. They want to license my thing for ads. They even offered me a content creator gig too, which I thought was really, really cool. And here's the crazy thing, right? All I did was freaking make videos. I'm like in this bedroom just making videos. That's all I'm doing. which is a crazy thought. And by the way, the thing is like affiliate marketing is a blue ocean. A lot of people think like, you have to use my affiliate link. But here's the thing, right? When we create these videos, certain viewers will naturally resonate more with the creators, like specific problems, the stories that they're telling in there, the video style, the brand vibe. Like for me, I like talking a lot. Like my videos are a lot longer than everybody else's affiliate videos. I like going into the nooks and crannies of everything that you need to know. But some people just want a high level thing. They just want like the basic high points, and that's okay too, right? Everybody will relate differently. If I was doing a Notion brand, right? Like I'm pretty sure women who are into productivity, like they would probably convert more women than I would. But I guarantee people who are Asian, men who love jujitsu and stuff, and also love productivity would probably relate to me more. So it's naturally a blue ocean. And the truth is, like, you can always create a video that's more relatable for another person, right? And this is hard, like, for us to understand sometimes because we think like there's only so many opportunities. But honestly, the way I look at it is the service that we're offering with affiliate marketing, like a problem that someone is actually having with a solution. And some of those problems, as we do these videos, people are just like unaware about them. So a good example of this was actually in my mastermind. Someone was like, I need a better editor. And I was like, what makes you believe that? And they're like, oh, the videos are just not performing. And I have no financial like incentive. They've already paid me, right? Like we're just having a conversation at this point. And I was like, well, how much time are you spending on your thumbnails and your title and your ideas and your content packaging? They're like, nothing at all. And I'm not sure like your thoughts on this. You know, it might be that people aren't clicking. And so when we go through the analytics, we're looking at the click-through rate, people weren't clicking on the video. They're like, oh shoot, I need a thumbnail designer. I need to put more effort and energy or even hire someone to come up with ideas for me. So I thought that was really, really interesting. Okay, so that's a general overview of what affiliate marketing is, the power of it. But you're probably like, how do I do it? And this is what we're gonna talk about. So there's 7 areas to start making money with YouTube affiliates. They go in order, by the way, from most important to least important. So be the best friend, not the sales bro. This is really, really important because this sets the vibe. I think this is why I'm able to convert and become top affiliates for like Ali Abdaal's part-time YouTube Academy, short form, read why, all these different things. Like I think this is why I've been able to do pretty well, even though I have one of the smallest channels. And if you're like me, you probably hate most salespeople. Like I hate salespeople. And it's really weird because I actually am in the game of high ticket sales. And so one of the things I think about is like, it's not about selling, it's creating a memorable luxury consultative experience for people. So it's kind of funny. A while back, I was writing this video and believe it or not, I was actually getting pitched cologne, and I'm dead serious. I cannot make this shit up. So this was literally a pitch. I was like at a coffee shop, just working on my scripts. This guy knocks at my table, super annoying, by the way. He's like, quick question, do you like cologne? I'm like, it's all right. Like I have it. I used to be really into it. He's like, oh, I have a cologne that you'll love. Like I have a cologne that will, excuse my language, get all the. I'm like, dude, I'm not like 17, bro. Like I'm 36. Like I know, like, it's so stupid. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. He's like, no, just check it out. Well, like I'll go grab it from my car. He disappears. He comes back and he's like, this normally goes for $200, but we have a 2-for-1 deal today. I'm like, bro, I'm good. And then he's like, oh, smell this one. Do you like it? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah, bro, I'm all set. I'm good, man. And he's like, tell you what, I work commission only and it'll support me. If you pick it up today, I'll give you 2 for $40. And I was like, bro, I'm all set. He's like, what's the reason? Is it the price? Blah, blah, blah. I'll knock it down. I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst interaction. And this is the energy that you don't want to have for your affiliate marketing stuff. Whenever you're doing a review video, don't be overly desperate. And you want to know the worst part about this? The worst part was that the cologne smelled like complete and I had to move from my spot. And I'm like, thank God this did not like spray this shit on me. It smelled horrible. Here's the thing. If we have this idea of sales being like this, of that car salesman from the 70s and 50s, and we want to puke every time we think about selling, how are we going to make our revenue? What if there was a more ethical way? And so I think about like this concept of irresistible offers, like not only for myself, but my friends and the people I actually give a about, you know? Like I care about like, obviously for myself, buying really great products and not wasting my money. And I do it for my friends too, right? Either through gift giving or just recommendations. And so when I think about irresistible offers, they really fall into two categories. Like one, you can make your own offer. If you're a beginner, this requires a lot more work, but it's way more profitable because you're not giving your profit to someone else. There's two books that are really great at this, Oversubscribed and 100 Million Offers by Hormozi. Alex Hormozi is like a gym bro vibe and very simple, which I like. And if you're a beginner, I highly recommend that. Daniel Priestley is also really, really great. He's one of my favorite people in the space that a lot of people don't talk about, but I have affiliate links in the description. There's offers that you use and love. I believe this is way easier. And I believe that like, even my mom the other day, she was actually telling me about her cupping person and how expensive it was. I was like, hey mom, I just like bought these cups that will do cupping for you. Let me send them to the house. And she loves them. She doesn't even go to a cupping specialist anymore, which is crazy, right? And so the way I like to think about it is like, I like to talk to people and treat people like my best friend. My opinion is like, by having this vibe of putting other people's interests first. It's in the trusted advisor formula, but putting other people first, it'll pay off dividends. So what's really, really interesting, I was talking to my friend Angel through PTYA. She actually asked me for like, how do you do affiliate offers and stuff like that? But Angel, she actually has a way bigger YouTube channel. And we were talking about different ideas and how to find different YouTube outliers. One of the things that I was doing was like I used one of 10 Finder. And she actually purchased through my affiliate link, which was really, really dope. And Angel, if you're watching this, many thanks to you. Thank you for supporting your ABB, Kevin. I appreciate it. But this is like what I love doing is just like, I naturally use these. I actually bought this with my own money too. And I just recommend stuff. And by the way, the tool that we're talking about is one of 10 Finder. If you want to support my channel, you can use my link. But I think more importantly, if you're looking how to do a full YouTube review and kind of get that like strategic relationship stuff that I was talking about earlier, you can just watch this video here and see like the effort we put and the thought we put, because I think it's a very thoughtful video. But sorry, I had to do a shameless plug, your boy. So we have this idea about affiliate marketing, about like putting your link everywhere. Like you'll find these like things like services on Fiverr that will post your link on random sites. But here's the thing, no one's just gonna pay just for spamming the link everywhere, right? Like enough people spam it. There's a reason why Reddit and all them, they ban affiliate links for this reason, because people add no value to a marketplace. They're just trying to make a quick buck and they're just spamming. And so I think about like the market and why people pay money, and people pay money to resolve their problems. If we're going to take a cut from a company that can market their own stuff, what's the problem that we're solving for? Well, for me, the way I do it, especially on YouTube, and the way that I approach it, is like we're helping others get clarity on whether they should buy a product or not. I like to think about being a trusted advisor, which I think I talk about in this presentation. And so that's why I love product reviews. And bam, I do talk about trusted advisor, right? So there's this concept of a trusted advisor of what makes people like credible. There's the trustworthiness, credibility, reliability, intimacy, and self-orientation. We'll break all these down in our review in a second. We'll talk more about this later. But that's the vibe. You want to come off with that vibe. That's the most important thing. Even if you don't follow the rest of the stuff, if you're like coming from the best friend stuff, that will take care of good 80% of everything, you know? Step 2, find a sexy offer. So how do you find a sexy offer? This is my friend Tom, by the way. We're really weird. We love tech. We also love sending weird and sending random consulting memes, probably from Consulting Humor, to each other too. I'm not even a consultant, but he got me in this freaking crazy world. But I want you to notice something too, where it's like, we also send tech gear to each other as well. He was asking me about cameras, and I sent him a new camera I bought, which I'm shooting on right now. I would lift it up, but it's gonna screw up my framing and composition, right? And then he sent me a consulting meme. We also nerd out about business and tools like Go High Level, which was what I was talking about before. I was asking about ClickFunnels to Go High Level, the migration and all that, blah, 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 super technical stuff that you probably don't care about. And in my opinion, you actually don't need to look for offers. We are all essentially consumers. We all have problems in our lives, right? And I think the most natural way is noticing the offers, the product, the services that we're already buying or talking about. And also noticing the problems that are associated with those offers too, right? So here's the 5 ways that I find that's the easiest way to find sexy offers. 1, notice what you're buying in real life and what your best friends are talking about too. Second thing is look at your credit card statements. I got this from Noah Kagan. I think it's in his book, $1 Million Weekend. The other thing to do is like look at your Amazon cart. So if I were to look at my Amazon cart right now, it's full of cameras, full of lenses, all that sort of stuff. And then the other thing I like to do too is go through a Google Calendar and look for problems that you had throughout the week, right? Maybe, like you look through your calendar, you saw that you went to jiu-jitsu. Okay, what were some of the problems that you went through jiu-jitsu? I'm like, oh man, I get like mounted all the time. I get passed, I get smash passed. And what I found was like, dude, how did I resolve that problem? Well, I could have asked coach, but I actually bought a bunch of $1,000 worth of For Us Sahabi DVDs, which was really, really cool, right? And so that's another way to find the sexy offer. And also notice the offers and products that you're going back and forth deciding. So this camera that I usually shoot with this camera, but this is a Panasonic G9 Mark II. I was thinking about buying a GH7 because I have a GH6 right behind me too. And I've been just going back and forth whether it's worth it or not. The thing is like you just notice those things, right? Like a Dyson product over there and all that. And I think like when we take notice of the things around us and the things that we intentionally buy, we realize, oh yeah, that might be a good product, or maybe this wasn't a great product. And yeah, that's a great way to find sexy offers. And so when you start to notice the things around you, you'll find offers that you're buying in real life that solve a real IRL problem. That it's one thing to say, oh yeah, this problem means a lot to me, but it's another thing to actually shell out money to solve those problems. You'll find offers that you actually care about enough to pay money. You'll find offers that you'll recommend to your friends. You'll also find offers that require a bit of debate or conflict. Like they require thought before deciding, especially with premium offers. The more premium the offer, the more like less impulsive it is and more intentional it is. And also offers that you just love talking about too, right? Like there's stuff that we love talking about. Like I could talk about tech, I could talk about cameras, I could talk about so many different things. As you look for these offers, right? Like how do you discern what is a great offer and what's not a great offer? And this is for me, like here are my rules for offers. Like it has to be something I bought with my own money. I typically, very rarely, I'm trying to think, there might have been some instances where I got products for free and stuff and I reviewed it, but it's just not the same as if you buy it with your own money because you have money in the game and stuff. And now you're not just a reviewer, but your actual like customer, consumer, client, right? It can't be shady or scammy, and I'll provide an example later. And also it takes some thought to make a decision, right? It has to align with my brand for the long term. So like I want to create the best online school for creators, right? And like I'm not gonna do just a random I get these like Chinese companies pitching me for like air purifier ads because I did like an air purifier review like many years ago during COVID, right? They pitch me all the time, but I'm like, that's not aligned with my brand or my mission. And so it makes a lot more sense when I review an office, virtual office place. It makes a lot more sense when I review Go High Level and all these other creator tools, 1 of 10, right? That's aligned with my long-term vision. It also needs an affiliate program so I can get paid money because, I mean, no affiliate program, no money, right? And this is a bonus, not mandatory, but it has to have lifetime recurring commissions. Especially like for me, something that's really important is to make monthly revenue because it allows me to kind of forecast how much money, like my operation costs for like the team. I want to pay them more. I have like a bunch of people. And also like I can predict like how many videos I can get out in like a month or so. But this is just a bonus, not mandatory too. And the more offers you stack up, the less it matters. So I want to do an example. So I talked about Go High Level, right? And it's an all-in-one business builder. I use everything from email marketing to CRM, funnels, course hosting, automation, and more. In my opinion, it's really the GOAT like for business software. And so if we use this criteria of what we had before, it solves like 3 of the things for finding sexy offers, right? So like, notice the first thing, like it's what I was actually talking about with my best friends in real time, right? I also bought it with my own money where, by the way, the Brand New Funnels is just a white label version of Go High Level. I was supporting one of my creator friends. And also, like, it was a product that I was going back and forth on. Like, honestly, for a full freaking year, by the way, I was deciding whether I should migrate off this platform called Kartra and to go high level. And by the way, it freaking sucked. Every single month I would get like this email that like your plans have been reached, your limit plans have been reached. It was so annoying, and I was paying way more money for this, right? And it also fits the rules for my affiliates and offers too, right? Like it hits everything, right? Like I bought it with my own money, can't be shady or scammy. Like I found this on Reddit of all places. You know how strict Reddit is and how people are on Reddit. This person was like, oh, GHL is legit. I made a killing from it. This is the strategy I use. Actually, he's probably promoting his affiliate link, but it's funny. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it is a pretty legit tool. It needs some thought to make a decision. So I started seeing all these posts on Reddit saying, should I use Go High Level, right? Has to align with my brand in the long term. So like, I use it to build out my mastermind. I use it to like, I use templated stuff. It makes sense because if I'm teaching creators how to make money online, they need a CRM. They need the right tools to make that. And by the way, here's an example of something that didn't align with my long-term brand, right? Like I tied my face to a creator, like his name is Dan Lok. He's been on CopyZilla and stuff like that. But this is a time where it didn't work out because like his ethics, his values weren't aligned to mine. And I could not see myself, like at the time when I was new, I saw myself like sticking with this guy for the rest of my life, right? But things change and people change. And over time you learn to recognize the red flags. So if you get caught up in like a weird scandal, bad press or something like that, just realize that it is okay. That is part of the learning process. The internet is very unforgiving, but I'm not saying people won't remember it for the rest of your life, but like, it becomes less and less impactful over time and you just learn from your mistakes. I mean, dude, I was like 30 when I came out with this video or something like that. I was pretty young, dude. And so it also has an affiliate program so I can get paid money. Oh, also like the bonus lifetime of recurring commissions is really sexy too. So it's really nice. With Go High Level, you get like 40% recurring commissions and then 5% override commissions from their earnings. So it almost feels like a Ponzi scheme, but it's really not. Because there's no buy-in, right? I never enrolled anyone really in multi-level marketing, but like in multi-level marketing, they have these trees and stuff, and there's always a buy-in. With like affiliate programs, there's never really a buy-in, unless you buy the product, I guess. So when I think about it, it was just very, very natural that I just did a Go High Level review. And the crazy part is, like I said, you don't need to go viral to make money either, right? If we're solving a very, very specific problem, and if it's high ticket enough, like the offer will carry you for everything, right? And I'm really excited for this video, by the way, because if you can't tell, like the gray mark it's been almost a year maybe with this video, but now it's starting to maybe explode. So it might go viral and I might make more money on it. Sometimes YouTube just needs some time to do all that, to find the right audience and to find the right people for the offer. Okay, action items. So what I want you to do, if you're following this, is write a list of products you love using the 5 different ways that we talked about. Sign up for those product affiliate programs if they have one. So you can just go on Google, just be like, hey, Go High Level affiliate. Sign up for marketplaces that you use. So Amazon has an affiliate program, B&H for cameras. Every single platform usually has some sort of affiliate program. But I would also take a look at the products that I reviewed on my channel too. And if you want to support your creator, that'd be really, really cool. But at least you get to see how I kind of do it. Okay, so let's go into the next part. Step 3, find ways to make better videos. By the way, these steps get shorter and shorter as we go on too. So the other day I was watching Jake Tran's video about like, YouTubers will never tell you this. And he has a great quote there. It's by John D. Rockefeller. You might not like him. He might be a to you, but great quote. Competition is a sin. And so in Jake's video, he put this quote up, but then also was like, hey, which one would you click? If you copied the same exact thing, which one would you click? And we look at the social proof from Graham Stephan, and he has 300K views versus like a 256 view. Even if it's the same exact thing, you would probably click on the other one, right? And so Jake was actually talking about this book, The Blue Ocean Strategy. I have it over there somewhere. But where he talks about creating new markets where there's no competition. This is the whole theory about like Blue Ocean Strategy. It's really interesting. It's about abundance mindset. And so this is where I believe market research comes into play. And this is what I was talking about. Like everything is a blue ocean. It's not like a red ocean where there's only limited resources, right? And so one of the ways that I like to look for new markets is like I like to check Amazon reviews, Reddit, YouTube comments, YouTube reviews, Google reviews and stuff. Reddit is actually probably one of my most favorite things because the answers are a little bit more nuanced. People are willing to write more. Versus like a YouTube comment, like, hey, this is a scam. It's like very short, right? But Reddit is one of my favorite places to do research and stuff. So this is what I like to look for in the comments, right? Like I like to look for why people love or hate this video. I like to look for unanswered questions, current review videos, and the common problems or shared experiences that people are having, and the things I also disagree with, like in a particular like video too, or the typical things that people say that I might object to, right? So all I'm doing is looking for existing reviews and stuff. And it's actually a good sign. I mean, there is like that thing about first mover advantage where like if you move first in the market, you'll probably profit a lot more. But then there's also like on the other end, right? If someone is doing really, really well with a review, so like that 1 of 10 review, I saw that certain people were doing pretty well. I saw certain people were doing really, really well with Go High Level too. And so what that told me was like, there's a high demand for this and there's potentially an untapped market that isn't getting a good review right now, if that makes sense. So to be honest, I can't remember what this comment was about actually, like what I was looking up. But basically, what I'm looking for are these long blocks of paragraphs and stuff where people spill their whole life story and I extract things from it, right? Some people might want to know more about a certain feature. There might be an unanswered question. Well, in my video, what I'll do is I'll insert just a few of those elements into my product review to make those videos better or different. Also, if a video performs well, I'll also do an updated review and use the comments as feedback. So for this one, this person wanted me to do this Readwise like review in light mode because I did everything in dark mode. I just prefer that. And honestly, it didn't get a lot of upvotes, so I'm probably not going to do it. But if it does get enough, I might consider it in the future. Another thing too, I'll look for outliers on YouTube. So like I use 1 of 10 for a few different things. Like I use it to see if there's market demand for a certain offer and stuff. Because it takes like 100 to 100 hours for me, like for me, not for you, I would say, but for me, like with the whole team to kind of create a high quality video. So what I like to do is like to see, okay, what are the top performing reviews right now? And like, for example, I have the Osmo right here, right? And I want to see what this creator is doing better than the other Osmo reviews out here. Like it shows all the outliers. So you can also do this too, like manually search. Like if you look at their views and subscribers, so if their views are higher than their subscribers, it will usually tell you that the algorithm is pushing that video out in the algorithm. Also look in the comment section. So I'll look for things like, hey, you know, great video, bro. You weren't slow, monotonous, right? Great production. So I'm like, as I'm looking at these comments, I'm like, okay, these things are important to this target market. For the Pocket 3, it shows the different, this is the only video that shows FOV difference between normal and the wide angle lens on. That's really interesting. So maybe if I were to do an Osmo review, I would have those differences. So the third comment, this DJI would be perfect for me to reduce the bulk of my kit. So one of the things I might want to talk about is like the form factor, right? So those are the things what I look in the comments, right? So action items. I would look at current YouTube product reviews for the things that you want to review for. And then the second step is look at what other people are saying. What are the common things? What are people talking about and what do people like want more in that review? And then pick 1 or 2 angles that you can make those videos better, right? You can pick more. I do way more because I'm a perfectionist and I need therapy to kind of resolve my freaking trauma from my Asian dad and my perfectionism. But you can just pick 1 or 2 elements and just make those videos better. And better, by the way, doesn't always mean higher production quality. Some people really prefer like the really old school, like jittery camera thing. Last time I checked the statistics for it, apparently amateur was one of the highest rated things. And we're seeing a huge thing with OF girls too. And I feel like that amateur, like even though we're not doing adult content, like I think there's a lesson that we can learn that people crave intimacy, they crave honesty, and they just crave that best friend vibe that we're talking about before. Again, if you want to kind of use a tool, I have 1 of 10 Finder. I have a whole review video on it. You should watch that if you're going to consider buying it. And it just helps you find better videos and stuff. So yeah, man. Step 4, make the offer sexier. So this is one of my favorite parts, by the way. The problem with affiliate marketing is that everyone is pretty much offering the same offer, right? For example, the ladies who cut up the fruit on the side of the road and stuff. And like, if you're standing here and this person's standing here, what's the difference, right? Like, what is the difference if you have the same offer, right? There's a lot of things that go into it, branding and all that too. But let's say, assume everything is the same, there's no competitive advantage of going to one person or another. And so I think because of this, because everybody has the same affiliate link, everybody feels the need to spam their link everywhere or just have sales riz to win the deal, right? So our persuasive ability. And while I think sales riz is nice, like I think a sexy offer will attract people regardless of your sales skills or ability. So even if you're not the best presenter, it doesn't matter if you have a sexy offer. Like in terms of the hierarchy, a sexy offer is way more important than persuasive ability. And you might be like, how do I know this? Here is a piece of my story that I'm not so proud about, and I can't remember what I'm going to talk about, but let's see. Here's a dark place of my past. Oh yes, my dad passed away during this time. I turned 30, and it was really my motivation to leave pharmacy and stuff. My dad was on his deathbed, and I remember asking him right before his surgery, I was like, hey, Dad, what were some of the biggest regrets that you have? I don't remember what the hell my dad said, actually. But I just remember seeing all the regret in his eyes. And at the time, I was preparing the leap to jump away from pharmacy for almost 5, 6, a ridiculous amount of years. I was learning copywriting and all this sort of stuff too. So when my dad passed away, I was like, I need to figure out how to create my own business. So I left and I didn't look back. And during this time, one of my friends recommended me take this guru course. And so it was the high ticket closer program. In the process, I made a bunch of close friends online. It really broke me out and really put my focus toward freelancing and stuff too. And while taking this program, I still think it's one of the most impactful programs I did. I would probably not recommend it to most people, but I had a lot of personal development breakthroughs and moments. And I shared my heartfelt experience of the program and what it was like and my results and how meaningful it was to just have hope again. Because like during this time, I lost a lot of hope. Like my old employer, my pharmacy like supervisor, who was a complete asshole, he fired me when he literally opened up an investigation when I told them my dad was in the hospital. They let me go because of my YouTube channel. And I always wanted to do a YouTube channel. And I think during this time, I just felt so hopeless. And now that I had a skill to provide to market where I can make a lot more money, it really changed my life, you know, and I want to share that with other people. I've taken this video down, by the way. It's no longer up. But at the end of this video, I let people book in a time with me and just talk about it and see if it's the right decision for them. It's like, kind of like some people would be like, oh, it's a sales call, but I really looked at it as an advisory call, you know? And so I don't like the positioning or how I wrote this in. And it wasn't in this text either. I had a different website back in the day, but this is what I screenshotted too. And I made a lot of money from the review too, man. Some people are making crap ton of money now, still doing high ticket sales of anything. And during this time, I became one of the top affiliates and even won an award, which was cool. But even though I had an amazing experience, so many people didn't. And something I noticed with like Dan Lok especially was that, I don't know about him, he always seemed like a really cool guy and very caring. He set me aside a few times and we actually talked. But something I noticed about his organization, they're more hungry for revenue. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but it is a bad thing when you're making promises and you can't fulfill on them. And so I heard that he was increasing his pricing, and I was like, and all this bad press was coming out on him, and I was like, I don't think I want to be associated with that. And so I shut down all my feelings. I dissociated myself from Dan Lok completely, you know? I felt a lot of guilt at this time too, and that's why actually I do a lot of free stuff like this, because it's my way of paying back into the universe and stuff, even though nothing can really quite justify it. I'm a big believer is like, I bought the product myself. Everybody's responsible for their own financial decisions too. But you know, it's like, that's why I feel so strongly about this too, because like there's so many people just promoting courses and stuff, and sometimes they don't get fulfilled. And I learned a few lessons at this time. I learned to be a lot more discerning and be a lot more careful when selecting my affiliates. I learned not to tie my personal brand so closely to someone else's at this time. And I realized that trust is something that can be so easily lost. I think I lost probably a lot of followers because of this blowout and stuff and associating my brand and stuff. And I lost a lot of credibility. All that good faith I spent years building is now gone just for this. And I also realized that too, like even though the program initially was amazing, when he switched away from cohorts and stuff, brands and reputations and the way people fulfill the offers can change. And so I'm very careful with my words. Like when I do affiliate deals and stuff and brands, I'm just like, at this time, right? Like the time of the shooting, like I'm very intentional about certain things like that. And I also warn people like things can change, right? But I also learned the power of an amazing offer and how it applied to other affiliates. So one of the cool things was I became a top affiliate for PTYA, where I actually caught Ali's attention. I became one of the top affiliates for, by the way, this is one of the best programs I've ever taken, by the way. I don't even know if they still have the affiliate link up. I think it's not up. But like when it was cohort based, it was one of the best things, in my opinion. I became one of the top affiliates for short form app, especially as a small creator. I became one of the top affiliates for OmniShaver, especially when I was telling my story about going bald. And so this is how I create unique offers if people use my links. So when people exclusively buy to my link, these are the ideas that I came up with to make it very, very exclusive, right? And by the way, like I tell this Dan Lok story was no one else was doing this at the time. No one else was offering like a call or anything like that. And for like short form, I negotiated a special deal with them for my affiliates. With OmniShaver, I negotiated another special deal, like a percentage off for the clients and stuff. And so these are different ways to make an offer sexier, right? So you can offer a community like through Discord or school. You can offer a consulting call or an advisory call like I did. You can give away a free course, right? So let's say if I was doing Go High Level, I could always give away my free course on how to use it and how to implement it. I could give away templates, so Notion templates, Go High Level templates, and all that sort of stuff. I can give an onboarding session or hire someone to do an onboarding session as well. I can negotiate discounts with the company or brand, the brand of the offer, right? So I can do that. I can negotiate bonuses with the brand. So if they can't do a discount, I can be like, hey, what kind of bonuses can we offer? So one of the cool things that Readwise actually did was throw in a reader into the whole Readwise bundle, which was really cool. You can also create a group or mastermind with top customers. I've seen people do this with their Go High Level thing. Like since it's recurring, right? If you have like a super SaaS affiliate or something like that, they're pretty much paying almost $300 per month on software. And since it's a 40% commission, it'd be basically $100 per month. And you could just throw that as a bonus. That might be your offer, you know? You're getting paid, like all that money is passive, might as well just reinvest back into those people. But keep in mind, you probably want to keep this scalable. Like giving calls isn't scalable. Giving onboarding sessions aren't scalable. You know, it's kind of difficult. Okay, so now that we understand how to make better videos than the market, how to make the offer sexier than other people, now it's time to write our video. So I have this theme of I want to share everything that I'd want my best friend to know. And this is how I became one of the top affiliates for short form. These were some of the comments I got. Like, wow, such a thoughtful review. I spent the last hour trying to compare the best book and audio apps, right? When I found your video. Stop my search here, right? This boosts my confidence for subscribing to short form since it's a significant dollar. Really excellent video. It's one of the best I've seen to date, right? It's really helping me, inspiring me to read more. It's like, this is what a great video does. And what I realized was like, this is when we're like trying to write our video, we take the elements of a trust advisor. So a trust advisor has 4 elements, right? To be trustworthy and have people buy from you. Like one, so for credibility, people need to believe you because they need to believe that you know what you're talking about and that you can show proof of that you know what you're talking about. Second thing is reliability, that people can count on your word and you'll do what you say. It's integrity. Intimacy is when people feel safe sharing their thoughts and feelings with you, right? Like kind of like what these people were doing before. And then self-orientation, you focus more on helping others than you focus on your own needs, right? And so like when I do my videos, I think about being a trusted advisor, whereas like the credibility is like showing my experience that I am a paying customer. I show my receipts, right? Reliability, showing that how I actually use the product. Intimacy, I usually like to share a story about how I found the product, my experience with it, and the decision-making process. And usually the more emotional, the more conflict it causes in the content too. And self-orientation, giving the deal killers and the homie hookups, again, being the best friend, right? If you have a really good best friend, they're not trying to make the maximum profit off of you, off of a transaction. And in exchange, that's how you make actually a lot of money because you care about people. And so essentially what we want to do is be a trusted advisor in our videos. And so you can watch my review videos on this channel, but this is how I structure my review videos. Here's my outline. I talk about what the product is, the problem that it actually solves, pros of product, cons of product, what I wish I knew before buying, who should buy it, who should pass on it. And I'll integrate a story. Like, so the other day I was like, man, I have all these books, but I don't have enough time to read them. And I'm giving an example, by the way. And then it's like, I started thinking about like, damn, reading is really, it takes a long time. It takes a lot of time. I don't remember half this stuff. And I wish I could retain more knowledge. And that's when I found this whole like thing about book summary apps. And as I was researching them, this one caught my eye, and this is how. So notice I'm talking about what the product is, what the problem is, and then I bought the product. Here's all the pros and cons that I saw from the product. This is what I wish I knew before buying. So it follows a natural story arc too. So if you want to check some of my reviews, I did one for Readwise, I did one for 1 of 10, Worth, Go High Level, and short form. So after you kind of structure this out, you can even like look at the transcripts and stuff too about how I structure them and all that. The other thing too is to link your products. So once you create your video, you need to link your products so that people actually click, right? And so if I just posted this video and there's no link, all that effort goes to nothing. And so here's where I link it to. I link it one in the top link description. So YouTube will show the top 3 lines, I think, in your description. So I put the first link in there. I have one in my pinned comments, right? And I pin it so that like if they go comment section, they can see it there. And then I do it as a blog post too to get some SEO on it. But that's just a bonus. If it's your first time, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I also create custom URLs just in case the links change. So for example, I think Ali's links change a few times from Podia to Circle to Kajabi and all these other things. So I use this thing on WordPress called Pretty Links, but there's so many other services out there to like change the URL links. Basically what I want is like, if Go High Level changes their affiliate platform, I can change my backend to say that this link has changed and to redirect somewhere else. So that's how I use that. And plus, if like I'm out and about, I'm not gonna remember gohighlevel.com / like Kevin or whatever, right? Kevin Yee, Farm D, whatever, right? It makes it very simple. So yeah. The last thing is a nice bonus, but I always try to do this. I actually have to do this right after this video too, believe it or not. So in my opinion, if people are willing to break out their wallet for you, you should make their best effort to show appreciation. So I've been recently sending out personalized Loom videos for people that bought from me. And this person, Travis, he's really cool, by the way. Turns out we actually have mutual friends of all things, right? And this is what I'm talking about. Affiliate videos can create connections. And I'm just, hey, let's chop it up. Let me see like what, I just want to thank you for buying from me. And I just love to see what you do, man. And so we got to chop it up. I apparently didn't record this session, which was totally cool. But for the last year, Travis has stayed my affiliate and is supporting my channel. And if you're watching this, Travis, I appreciate you so much. But I like to think it's because of our relationship. Or maybe he's just tied to the product and can't get off. So that is something, right? Like it increases your lifetime value, but it's also just the right thing to do. I feel like so many of these days, like people want to make money and not give anything back, or they just want to launch a course, but they never buy other people's. I think like, honestly, a lot of times, the best way to get good at something is to be a client and customer and support the people around you and to give thanks, right? It's not talked about a lot. Everybody's talked about how to make the most money, but we need to send like good energy, positive vibes in the world too. It's a little woo-woo, but I really do believe that. Anyways, so I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine 12 weeks from now, you found a product that has an affiliate program. You made your first $100 talking about something that you love. You're making passive income. You're adding more income streams by doing more videos and talking about more products that you love. You're learning valuable skills like video, SEO, and marketing as you're going through this process. It might be a little frustrating at first, right? But you're getting a hang of it. Your email inbox is filled with cool products. Companies are reaching out to you. You're making friends like Travis and my friend Angel, all while helping people. You're catching the attention of people who you admire like Ali Abdaal and getting cool brand sponsorships. And you're building a personal brand, just being a really good friend. And this is all while talking about products that you love and shooting videos on them. And so my promise in the beginning of the video was I will teach you how to make $1,000 per month with YouTube affiliate marketing with the goal of making $100. And I don't know why it came out up like this, but it's okay. There were 7 steps, and so I delivered my promise to you. One last thing, my mission is to create the best online school for creators. If you want to unlock your full potential and want to learn how to become an entrepreneurial creator, master essential high-ticket skills, build superhuman health, subscribe for the newsletter. Top link in the description below. And by the way, if you still don't trust me and you still think I'm a ClickFunnels guru, watch these videos that the algo gods will think you'll like. And stay tuned for the next video because I'll drop more videos like these. And if you have any requests, drop them in below. Love you guys. Take care. Love people. Bye.